ESPN 1420, ESPN1420.com, here with a familiar face, Travis Crawford, coming into his senior season as a Ragin Cajun. Got him listed at 5'11", 185 from New Orleans. Biggest change people are going to see right away is that number change, correct?
Yeah.
Tell us what number you're going from and what number you're going to, and what's the reason for the change?
I went from 16 to 7, and really because I'm from New Orleans. I'm from the 7th Ward, New Orleans, and number 7 is number of completion. I mean, I feel like I put a lot of work in to get where I'm at. It's the 4th year. I feel like I'm not complete yet, but I'm on the way to it.
So some thought that went into that. I didn't know if it meant, all right, number 7, Otha Peters, led the team in tackles. Now that's the next man up. That's you.
That should have been me if I wouldn't got that concussion last year.
Absolutely. Talking about last year, you had that big interception in the New Orleans Bowl. What did it mean to you to do that in front of your hometown? And what have you really worked on this offseason to get ready to have more interceptions and to return that ball over to this potent offense?
That interception mean everything to me. I mean, like a month before the game, I called that I was going to get one. And with the whole season, I had opportunities to get one. I dropped like 2 of them. So I said I had to get one. As a matter of fact, the day before the game at practice, I caught 4 picks at practice. And I put the same gloves on I had at practice in the game. They didn't even match. There was some black gloves. I just said, oh, I can keep them on.
People don't realize that. It's not just baseball. Football is superstitious as well. I mean, whatever you do and it works, you're sticking with it. I used to do the same thing where I'm walking the same route pregame. Whatever you got to do, it matters to people. All right, you're a defensive back. We're talking about it before on camera. Back in the day, you'd go against me, I'd go against you. One-on-one. It's always a big, in practice, a big segment of it. Is what do you look forward to one-on-one, and what's your favorite route to cover?
One-on-one, I'm usually in the inside, so I'm going against Raheem or a new slot, Ernest. Ernest pretty fast. I feel like my favorite thing is covering like a 7 route and picking it.
So a corner route for those back at home. Like to jump the route and whatnot. You know, as a senior, what's some of the advice you can give some of these younger guys that are just coming in here? You know, some redshirt freshmen that have had one season out here, but nothing really on the field, and for these true freshmen coming in this year.
You gotta tell them to stay focused. That's the main thing. A lot of, especially from high school to college, the stress level of football is a lot higher. You're in here a lot more. It's not just 2 hours at the practice. You up here like today. We're up here 12 hours a day, pretty much all camp. And the thing that I tell them to keep them, you got to just stay fastened on your work and don't lose sight of your goals. That's what keeps them. That keeps you motivated.
Absolutely, it's a grind. Always is. All right, you got one Twitter follower out. I mean, somebody's finding out about Ragin Cajuns. If there's one person to follow on Twitter on this football team, who is it and why?
One person to follow, who and why? I don't know. That's a hard one. But I feel like to just start off with, you got to go with Coach Hull. He's going to keep you updated on everything we're doing. You're going to keep all the little – you're going to know what's going on with the team. So that's a good one to start with.
Okay, all right, I like it. Is it a snowball or a snow cone?
Oh, it's a snowball. From the city, it's a snowball.
Always a snowball. Okay, Madden's coming out this month. There's no more NCAA football anymore. When you pick up the sticks, what team's your go-to?
The first 2 teams I'm playing with, the Jets and the Seahawks. My dude OP got a pick today, ran it back.
I heard about that. Otha Peters got a little pick in practice, ran it back. He's making big things happen over there.
That's the first 2 teams I'm playing with.
All right, last question for you. You're a GM of an NFL team, okay? You have the first pick in the NFL draft next year, okay? You can only pick a Cajun to start your team with. Who's your first pick from the Cajun football roster?
That's me then. If I got to pick a –
That's what I like. That's not why those defensive backs have swag, and you can see. We got Travis Crawford here. I appreciate your time, man. Richie Falgout, ESPN 1420, ESPN1420.com.